All right, everyone, welcome back. You know how much we love digging into these fascinating online conversations? And today, well, let's just say we got a regem.
Oh, I'm intrigued. What we got?
So picture this. You're planning this perfect mountain escape. Fresh air, stunning views, maybe a bit of hiking. Sounds relaxing, right?
Totally. That's the dream.
But imagine that trip turns into this unexpected learning adventure. That's exactly what happened to someone who shared their story online. And believe me, there are some incredible insights tucked away in their experience.
I love that. The idea that even a simple getaway can become this opportunity to learn something new.
Exactly. And the source material for this deep dive is a conversation between two friends, Sarah and Ali, chatting about Sarah's recent mountain trip. Honestly, what she discovered goes way beyond just pretty scenery.
It speaks to something we've talked about before, right? Stepping outside your comfort zone can lead to these amazing learning experiences. And sometimes that outside is as simple as a change in scenery.
100%. So Sarah starts by describing this historical site she visited, and get this, she learned about this ancient civilization that actually lived in these mountains.
Oh, wow, that's cool. I always love those kinds of discoveries.
Yeah, and they were so ingenious, they built these incredible dwellings right into the rock face, almost like early apartments. Can you imagine?
Seriously, it's like a hidden layer of history, right? You think you know a place and then bam, there's this whole story waiting to be uncovered.
It makes you wonder what secrets are hidden in plain sight, even in places we think we're familiar with. Have you ever stumbled upon something like that?
I have. Once I was visiting this old, seemingly ordinary park near my grandma's house, and it turned out it used to be a stop on the Underground Railroad. I had no idea.
That's incredible. It just shows you history is everywhere.
Right, it's all around us.
Okay, but back to Sarah's mountain adventure. So while she's exploring, her guide starts pointing out how climate change is impacting the mountain ecosystem.
And that's so important to see firsthand, because sometimes climate change feels like this big abstract thing.
I agree.
But when you witness the real, tangible effects on a specific place, it makes it much more real.
Absolutely. And for Sarah, it was eye-opening. The guide showed her where a glacier had shrunk dramatically, like in just the past decade.
Wow.
Yeah, it really drove home the point that these changes are happening right now. It's not some distant future problem.
It's a powerful reminder that these localized impacts, they're all connected to this larger global picture.
For sure. And then there's this whole other layer to Sarah's experience. She went on this pretty challenging hike.
Oh, I bet the views were amazing though, right?
Oh, I'm sure. But it was tough. Sarah talks about how exhausted she was, but you know what made it all worthwhile?
What's that?
They encountered all these plants with medicinal uses.
Oh, that's cool. Like natural remedies and stuff?
Exactly. And it wasn't just random plants. Sarah learned about how indigenous communities have this incredible knowledge of the natural world, especially the medicinal properties of plants.
It's fascinating how that knowledge has been passed down through generations.
Right. For example, she learned about this specific mountain flower that's traditionally used to treat altitude sickness. Pretty amazing.
Definitely. It makes you think about what kind of traditional knowledge might exist right where we live. Like what secrets are hidden in our own local ecosystems.
That's a great point. And honestly, Sarah's whole experience just highlights how learning doesn't have to be confined to classrooms and textbooks.
Absolutely. Experiential learning, like what she did on her trip, is so powerful.
Because you're not just passively reading about things. You're out there seeing them, touching them, experiencing them firsthand.
Exactly. And it's not just about absorbing information. It's about cultivating a deeper appreciation for the world around us.
So true. So from unexpected history to climate change impacts and traditional medicine, Sarah's mountain trip turned out to be a deep dive in more ways than one.
It really makes you wonder what seemingly ordinary places in our lives might be hiding these layers of knowledge just waiting to be uncovered, right?
It's a great question to ponder. And hey, maybe it'll inspire some of our listeners to go on their own learning adventures, even if it's just exploring their local park.
Yeah. Or their own backyards. You never know what you might find.
Exactly. All right, everyone, thanks for joining us for another deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring and keep learning.
See you next time.